Good morning, Shark Squad. Welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood. I'm JP from the Theme Park Shark, covering the park today. And by the way, USH Appreciation Days for pass members are here. They started, I think, August 16, but they're officially giving these little flyers out with all the perks we get. It's really cool because if we buy a canned bottle or beverage, we get one free character straw, which I've never really seen in the park. I guess I've seen one, which was like Chloe from the Secret Life of Pets ride, but that's about it. And I guess we can get free popcorn if we have a previously purchased Universal popcorn bucket. So that's pretty cool. All right, so only reason I'm a little early today is because Universal Orlando announced all of their mazes 2 days ago. I came yesterday, not really like big updates, so I'm like, doesn't matter. We got a few more Scare Zone stuff. There's a few new props and stuff, which is fine. I'm okay with waiting a little bit on posting that, but maybe today. It's been 2 days since Horror Nights Orlando announced their mazes. Maybe today is the day that Universal Studios Hollywood announces their mazes. So we'll have to go and see inside of the park if we have any new merchandise, and keeping an eye on Twitter in case John Merdy tweets anything out. Just made it over to the main entrance. It looks actually pretty quiet today. It's about maybe 50 to 100 people in the park right now. Things are just super slow right now. Usually, well, that mic was loud, but usually it takes a little longer to get in the morning. Still no Horror Nights announcement. Keeping my eye on Twitter and Discord 24/7 at this point, but it looks like we have a new Scare Zone in progress. Oh my goodness, this looks nuts. It looks like we have another year of a clowns type of Scare Zone. This looks nuts. Look at his hand. Wow. And this one over here, I guess the Scare Zone is going to be called Sideshow Slaughterhouse. But look, the two-headed sisters. Wow, that's so cool. And then we have some early work over here as well. It's looking good, it's looking good. Over here they have a fortune teller. I'm assuming one of the Bonesy brothers are in here. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. We have another one of these booth-type Scare Zone. Whoa, wow. Oh, wow, there's Legless Susie. That is cool. That is cool. And then what is this? It doesn't say her name, but it's, I guess, the one-eyed cyclone and the bearded lady. These props are very cool. They're also very new. It's good to see things that haven't been reused. And it also looks like there's going to be lights all over this thing, so that's nice. You know what? I take it back. These posters in the back are reused from the American Horror Story maze that was here in 2016 because it had Freak Show. So I'm like, it looked familiar, but I don't think these props are in the maze. I was looking back at a video and I don't see these props. So it's just these posters in the back that are being reused. All right, it appears that Plaza De Los Muertos is back. Things are actually looking very nice over here. We have a lot of reused props. Of course, this was here last year. But hopefully they bring back the birria tacos, or birria. How do you say birria or birria? Either way, it was right here. They had like a little stand for it, and if they bring it back, I'm jumping in joy. That's probably my favorite thing to do at Horror Nights. They had elote and birria tacos, and I would get it almost every night. It was delicious. I feel like I've seen these props, but they're in a different location now. They're over here. It's pretty cool. Oh, and I see a few new things as well. I wonder if we're gonna get the Bonesy brothers again over here. But yeah, look at that. They got the pan and some nice decorations. I don't think they're done quite yet. This literally went up overnight. Look at that, that's so cool. And things look a little more open compared to last year, so I wonder if this is gonna be more of a Scare Zone or like a half Scare Zone, half drinking, eating area. And the one thing that caught my eye is this right here. We have La Llorona. Oh, look at that. I love it. So there's a kid right there. He's there with all his toys, and there's La Llorona creeping at him on the bed. And here's the legend of La Llorona if you don't know what she is. And they actually decorated this refreshment stand as well. They didn't do this last year, so I like it. They're getting all festive. And I'm assuming they'll have some special themed snacks as well. Alrighty, and they also set up a bunch of new lights around the area. So that's nice, that's nice. I was distracted with La Llorona. The facade is beautiful. It looks like they are doing more work. Maybe they were doing some light testing the previous night, because it looks like they moved this around. Yeah, it's pointing towards the facade now. This one, not yet. Yeah, this lighting rig, only some of them are pointing towards the facade, but the others are pointing over here for some reason. They're definitely not done with the facade though, quite yet. I know there's gonna be like a broken tree here. They're definitely gonna add some grass and dead grass around. They did recently add some, I guess, wooden tombstones. I don't know what they're called. Just 3 of them. They're just kind of sitting here. It also looks like they paved the way up into the maze, because all the mazes are slightly elevated, so that way they can build from the floor up. I mean, this isn't the biggest problem, but they have to make sure it's accessible for everyone in wheelchairs. It also seems like my theory about the legend, the Mexican urban legends, it also seems like my theory about having this scare zone based on Mexican urban legends is true, because you'll see right now, once we walk through, you could tell that here's one of them. I saw the Chupacabra, La Llorona somewhere around here, El Cucuy. So yesterday they put these booths up, and now they added these like black vines. I think these are, they were supposed to be in the Billie Eilish maze, if I'm not wrong. But they also had it last year, I believe, in front of these little booths. But there's a lot more of them now. There's a lot more booths. So this scare zone is going to be a little bigger too. Some more props around as well. I'm just speechless. I really don't know what to talk about here. There aren't like any major props, but this almost gives you an idea of which monsters are going to be terrorizing these streets. And there's another screen over here as well. Oh wait, no, I take that back. Just another poster. But this is the El Cucuy. He's terrifying. Imagine seeing this running around. I also noticed they're reusing this over here. They added this later on in last year's event, but it's Minion Cafe this way because it is open during horror nights, and they have themed foods and stuff. And oh yeah, look at that. They already added the vinyl for the Halloween version of Minion's Cafe. I wonder if they're gonna have any themed food this year, because last year they didn't. Oh yeah, wow. Very nice, very nice. And these posters are all new. They weren't here last year. Oh, and this wasn't here yesterday, but they brought this in. It looks like there's a little skeleton in there too. He's all bloody. Wow, very nice. And then they added some more props around this. They didn't have it yesterday. And they didn't have this guy on top of the horse. And I don't know who this is supposed to resemble. Maybe Chupacabra. That really looks like him from the concept art. Also yesterday when I was here, they added more props to the haunted forest, so we'll go check that out right now. I've been really thinking about this little, I guess, scare zone, if we want to call it that, and I just don't understand how they're gonna make it work or what it's gonna be. My only, I guess is they're gonna have a Halloween show inside of here, but because no one really comes into this area aside from using the restroom during the event. But yeah, as you guys can see, there's a few new props over here and there. It honestly looks amazing though. It's really nice. They added these little lanterns on the trees around the entire area, and there's some lights in there. Maybe it's supposed to be like little pixies that are trapped. Oh yeah. Looks cool though. Looks really cool. There's more of them here. And let me show you some of the new props they added. So they have this over here. Oh wow, that looks cool. And I wasn't able to film this yesterday because there was a ton of people standing around and I felt weird about like recording behind them, so I didn't. Look at that, it's really cool. And there's some more over here. Oh, and they added some little lights, little spotlights, and I guess the trees are going to be colored as well. They have an LED light pointed to the tree itself, and there's a few of them pointed onto each tree, so it's going to look really like nice in here. I don't see any fog machines though. I want to see some fog machines. Look at that. They have another. This is actually new. They didn't have this yesterday. That's really cool. Look at its face. It's just terrorized by moss. Inside of his bones, all moss. They have some spotlights on that as well. And this one is very interesting because there's a snake around his neck. Over here, actually, outside of the haunted forest, you guys could see that they set up a lot of lighting. I also noticed that they added some vinyl over here on the windows for Cocina Mexicana. Look at that. They are really just going all out this year. Now, the one thing I was thinking about is if there's going to be a scare zone over here in Krusty Land. It really makes sense because now it does seem like they're trying to expand Horror Nights into the whole park. And in Florida, they actually do have a scare zone in their Springfield. They have a few chainsaw clowns running around, and that's about it. But I think the only visual evidence if this is going to be a scare zone isn't props, because they're definitely not going to add props in Springfield. But it's these lights over here. They just added some lights on top of Luigi's Pizza. These weren't here yesterday, and I was here yesterday with a friend of mine, and we were talking about this area. We're like, it would be so cool. Next thing you know, I see lights. The concept of nowhere to go, there's no place safe, is really cool in my mind. And considering Springfield, this is probably the safest place in the park to be during Halloween Horror Nights. But it's really cool that they might expand a scare zone into here. All right, looking down onto Legends Collide, you guys could see that there are a few props that are, that are being covered up over here. Look at that, 1, 2, I think that's it. There's a few dead body props, I'm assuming. Very nice, I like that. And look over here, all of this looks nearly complete as they added speakers on top, as well as some of the spotlights peeking through the roof. I like that. Super Nintendo World, of course, looking fantastic. I can't wait until we start seeing some green on that warp pipe right here, though. It is starting. It is slowly starting. It's been covered up fully, and I'm assuming they'll start painting very soon. They also resumed the paint over here on this building. You guys could see it's starting to look almost invisible to the naked eye, especially when you're down there. It's either I'm here really early or the summer crowds are dying off. The park hours were reduced to 7 p.m. all weekend, or all week. And on the weekend, I think they close at 8. But I've been coming almost every day this week, and it's been very busy, almost busier than a weekend day. So, I don't know. I'm sure they've extended it maybe once or twice this week, but maybe today is slower. All right, heading down to Studio Tour. Very excited to see the updates today on Studio Tour. Yesterday they did a few new things with the hair trim section of it, but no props yet. So I'm really hoping for some props today. I mean, they gotta add some props sometime soon because the event starts in like 3 weeks. They were not lying when they said no wait here at Studio Tour. There's literally no one here. It actually doesn't look like they're running many trams today. Look, there's no one in this tram, and behind there's no other trams. No one ended up going in my row, so I'm like, let's go. I love getting my own row. Bye-bye. They literally only filled 3 carts
Teresa.
And this third cart isn't even filled up.
Hello, Teresa.
That's insane.
And our
Look at this back cart over here. There's no one in there.
Winning daytime talk show on the front line. The studio
Morning.
on the left has always coexisted.
So that security guard we saw back there, he's worked here for 20 years, and I've seen him on basically every single visit.
Production base camp. Every production has a base camp where you put production vehicles, trucks, lighting equipment, sound equipment, props, trailers. Could be dressing rooms, wardrobe trailers, makeup trailers. If you ever see a tent, that is craft services probably. Craft services catering. They provide meals for past and crew members. Up on the right,
They set up a ton of lights over here for Terror Tram. It's looking very good. It's a lot of them.
A young lady named Marion Crane. Marion was in a lot of trouble. She had just stolen $40,000.
Look at this. What even is that?
Was on the run from the law. Marion pulled into a used car lot, switched her car, hit the road, but the night became very dark, very stormy.
They added some more speakers. They weren't wired yesterday, but they're wired now. It's pretty good. They have lights, new lights behind the cars too. And let's see, do we have any props? It would be really cool to have some props right now. No, nothing yet, but that's a big speaker. Looks like she's painting. Oh yeah, they're definitely weathering some of the fencing. Look at these speakers. We normally don't have those large speakers around this area, so that's cool.
Norman takes care of his mother, very sweet woman.
Oh, there's some speakers around this area too. Very cool. Alright, let's go check out this other side. Look at that, another speaker.
I am very glad our driver Teresa got us around the corner from Norman's house.
What are these?
So we can show you one of the most
Looks like they're gonna have TV screens, possibly.
A spectacular crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. Airplane crash sites. Over the years,
Aside from that, more speakers and lighting has been added. Oh, and it also looks like they finally weathered the fence over here. They're almost done with it.
Steven Spielberg.
Look at that.
We are just thrilled.
I wonder what these posts are here.
Partnered up with Academy Award winning director, writer, actor,
very cool,
and producer. He directed and wrote.
Magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible
device and get out.
Guys,
So far,
Horror Nights lighting, by the way.
Where we make movies. Let's
Tons
put
of
you in
it.
a movie. To the right,
And it resumes all the way down, kind of. But it's back there, it's all around here. So I wonder, maybe, just maybe, Nope will be a part of the Terror Tram this year. There's even some lights over here. Looks like Fast and Furious is down.
This evening. If you have any interest in the movies and TV shows I mentioned on the tour, visit the website.
Over here at the exit of the studio tour, they set up a little photo op with a scarecrow pumpkin type of thing. And it says Happy Halloween. Very nice little photo op. It actually looks like there are some more Horror Night lighting set up over here on this side of Springfield. As for the special effects show over here, they're only running it on the weekends now, so Saturday and Sundays. So they're no longer running it on the weekdays. I assume right now they're preparing for the Horror Nights show that goes normally inside of special effects, titled Jabbawockeez. It actually wasn't announced that Jabbawockeez are coming back this year. Normally they announce it, I would say early summer, and it's usually not Horror Nights that announces it, it's usually the Jabbawockeez themselves. But this year we haven't gotten that, so maybe just maybe, there's a change in show this year. Alrighty, that's gonna wrap things up here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Great updates today, especially for Horror Nights. Of course, I love seeing the Horror Nights construction. I'm gonna be here nearly every day this week and next week, so you guys will be the first to see any kind of updates here at Universal. So be sure to subscribe and tap your fins on the like button so you don't miss that. Anyway guys, I'm JP on behalf of the Theme Park Shark. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.